Silicon House welcomes you. In this session, we will be seeing how to work with your WHM and kickstart your Linux reseller account. You can visit your WHM by https://servername.com/WHM or https://serverip/WHM or https://yourdomainname.com/WHM. Once you type this URL, you will be asked to enter the login details. After entering the correct login detail, you can log in into your WHM. In WHM, you can able to see various icons in the right hand side. And in left side, you can able to see the menus corresponding to the icons. And you will have different functions to work with WHM. In this session, we will be looking into the basic functions that can be used to kickstart your reseller account. Before you start selling your hosting account, it is better to create the packages. Once you create the customized packages, it is easy for your customers to choose one among the packages which you have created. So, to create a new package, you need to go to Add a Package under the Packages options. Here, you can give a fancy name for your package. Say Diamond. And you can provide the restrictions that you want to impose on this particular plan. That could be on disk space, bandwidth, number of FTP accounts and email ID. Quota is nothing but the amount of web space you want to provide for this particular plan. This web space includes MySQL space, email space and web pages. For example, we can give 150 MB. Bandwidth is amount of data transfer that is allowed for this plan. Let's say 1000 MB. Maximum number of FTP accounts is 1 and number of email IDs can be 5. Maximum email list should be 0. Maximum number of MySQL database can be 2. And then subdomains. Subdomains are nothing but like support.domainname.com or demo.domainname.com. Here you can have the value of 2. Front page extensions is not advised to enable because it is a depreciated feature in cPanel. And keep the CJ access also disabled. And then click on Add. Now a new package has been created. It is better to create all the packages at the beginning itself so that you can allocate the particular plan to the particular domain. To edit this package, you need to click on Edit a package and then choose the particular package. But it is not advised to edit a package once you allocate it to a particular domain. And also, if customer wants to increase a quota from 150 MB to 300 MB, you need not increase a quota here. It is better to create a package and upgrade the domain name to that package, which we'll be seeing in later session. In any case, if you want to delete a package, click on Delete a Package under the Packages menu and then choose the package which you want to delete and then click on Delete. Once you create a package, you can go and set up the hosting account for a particular domain name. Before you host the domain, make sure that the domain is parked in your name servers or in your server's name server. Name server will be like ns1.yourdomainname.com and ns2.yourdomainname.com if you are using the personal DNS, or it will be like ns1.yourservername.com and ns2.yourservername.com. Once you make sure that the name servers are pointed to the domain name, you can create your account now. For that, click on Create a New Account under the Account functions. Enter the domain name here. For example, demo55.com. cPanel automatically takes the first 8 characters as username. Either you can use it or you can give your own username. And then enter the password here. The password must be very tough, which should have uppercase, lowercase, numbers, shift and minimum of 12 characters. The more tougher the password is, better your account is secure. Because the people are not used to change the passwords frequently. So always keep the password that cannot be memorized. Once you give the tough password, re-enter the password and make sure that the password strength is at least 75%. Then enter the email ID here. This email ID is very important. It is better to give your email ID or customer's email ID, because in any case relating abuse for this domain name, or if any alert that need to be sent to this domain name, means it will fetch the email ID from here. So you can give your own email ID or else your customer's email ID here. For example, demo@demoreseller.com. Next, you want to choose a package for this domain name. Let's choose a diamond which we have created now. That's it. Scroll down. Here you can able to see the statistics like how many number of domains which has been allocated and how much disk space has been allocated for this account and what is the bandwidth allocated. And other statistics also can be seen here. And then click on create an account. Now the domain has been created successfully. This is the FTP username and password as well as your cPanel username and password for this domain name. The next thing is, consider if you want to change the password for a particular domain name. Then you need to click the icon password modification under the account function. And choose the domain name for which you want to change the password. You can type the password which is very tough, or else you can use the password generator which can be used here. Make sure that you are giving very tough password. And then click on change password. Now, if you want to suspend the domain name for any abuse issue or for any payment issue, click on suspend an account. And then choose the domain name and say the reason here. For example, billing. And then click on suspend. Now the domain will be suspended and so the site will not be visible, but the data will be present in the server. If you want to unsuspend the same domain, click on unsuspend the domain and choose the domain name and click on unsuspend. Now the domain will be unsuspended. Now suppose if your customer wants to upgrade the plan or they want to change the plan, means you need to click on upgrade or downgrade the account under the account functions and choose the domain name and click on modify and then choose the package. Your previous plan is diamond. Now we can change it to gold and then click on upgrade or downgrade. It will show the modified values whether it has been increased or decreased here. Once the account has been created, means you'll be able to upload the contents through FTP and your customer also able to use the cPanel of this domain name. The next important thing that we are going to see is about how to edit the DNS zone. This will be very useful when you need to point the personal name servers or to point the A record IP outside the server, or if you want to customize your super site or partner site settings. For that, you need to click the menu Edit DNS Zone under the DNS function. Here you can able to change the records in the DNS function. So after that, choose the domain name which you want to edit that and then click on edit. Here you can able to see various records in your left side and corresponding values in your right side. If you want to change any A record for this domain name or subdomain means, you can very well give the subdomain name here and change the A record IP here. After making the changes, you can scroll down and click on save so that it gets reflected. To see what are the accounts and their statistics under your account functions, you can click on list accounts. Here you can able to see the domain name and corresponding username and their mail IDs in list account options. And in list parked domains, you can able to see what are the domains you have parked. And in subdomains, you can able to see what are the subdomains which you have created. And in list suspended accounts, you can able to see the domain name which you have suspended. And in view bandwidth usage, you can able to see the bandwidth used for this particular domain name on a monthly basis. Using this statistics under the account functions, you can able to see what are the accounts you have created and number of parked domains and number of subdomains and number of suspended accounts which you have suspended and bandwidth usages. Like that, you can see various statistics for this account. Till now, in this session, we have seen how to create a package and how to create an account and how to edit that account, and finally how to edit the DNS part for this domain name. These are the basic settings in the WHM. You can learn the rest of the settings from our knowledge base.